this stock allocation or this portfolio, so I'm just gonna run with it. At the end of the day, it's your retirement. So even though you guys are together, it's two different lifestyles.
So now when we talk about lifestyle, we began this with talking about the budget, right?
Right.
And most individuals
Mm-hmm.
in between the ages of 25, when they come back home from, let's say if they went to college,
Right.
or they're still trying to figure it out before they leave the nest, between 23, 25,
Mm-hmm.
up to about 60, their biggest expense is usually their home,
Mm-hmm.
their healthcare, right? Things that you need
Yeah.
to survive.
Most people, one of the biggest reasons why people go bankrupt is because of healthcare.
Correct.
Yeah.
And most people feel like they're in the pickle because of their home.
Right.
And they have to pay rent,
Mm-hmm.
or they have to pay a mortgage.
For sure.
There's obviously no way to lower that because the price is the price. That's
Stay,
just something you got to do.
stay living with your mom and your father in the basement.
You're correct.
That's
You
it.
can always be a basement dweller.
Just be a squatter.
I'm just gonna tell you right now. I love my mother. I love my mother.
Think about it. You can stay home. Parents cook for you.
Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it.
Get
I
it.
think my mother is annoyed as me. Is just. As
I think after this, I think I'm gonna move back into my parents' house.
You should try. You should try.
She'll cook for me.
I don't think it's gonna work like that.
I don't know how I feel about her cleaning. That's a little weird, especially maybe in my 30s.
You let your mom wash your drawers?
How bad are they?
That's
No, I'm
a
just-
crazy statement. How bad are they?
No, that's weird. I think in theory it sounds good, but not.
No, it is
I mean,
not
it's
practical.
yeah.
So
No way.
unfortunately, we live in an expensive environment,
Yeah.
and this is across the board because remember, it's relative.
Most people nowadays they're not our ages. They will never be able to afford a home. Or it's very, very hard for them to. It's not like our parents era or grandparents era.
It's because of the
It's
math, right?
nearly impossible.
I remember my grandparents, they purchased their home back in 1994 for a whopping $160,000.
Yeah, that's a down payment now.
That's a down payment,
Yeah.
right? So now we have, once again, those trade-offs, right? Do I start a family? Do I go on vacation? Do I save?
Right.
Mathematically, and this isn't advice, this is just math, what you would want to do is try to amass as much money as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Compounding interest is a thing
Mm-hmm.
to offset some of those inflationary environments, the healthcare, the cost of living, because 10% of $1 million is $100,000.
Right.
But 10% of $100,000 is 10,000, right? And I know that's easier said than done because we live in a social media environment where you kind of want to, I don't want to say flaunt, but you want to.
Yeah, everyone's driving the nice cars, showing you the houses.
You want to fit in.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
inclusion
You don't want to be
is-
that person.
Inclusion is a drug,
Yeah.
and you want to have notoriety, but that's when the trade-off happens. What's important now, and what do you truly want to achieve later? Because you can't have both.
So for the people that are, let's say, our clients that are from 55 to 75, what's your feedback on that? If they want to, right? Because at that point, it's kind of hard to cut costs, right? They've been living a certain way for X amount of years. They have their set ways, fixed income. They probably, I know you mentioned about them going and doing something that they love, but maybe they just don't have
The energy?
the energy for it. They're just like, you know what? I work my butt off for this company 20, 30 years. And when I retire, I just want to just relax and enjoy my family.
Cool. So we spoke about, we touched base on retirement. I
Right.
think retirement is a very general term,
That's fair.
right? Before we opened, before we started rolling, I asked you, Jeremy, are you a ocean guy or a bay guy?
Yeah. I wasn't sure if that was for business stuff or personal. It got a little
Both.
weird,
Whatever, man.
but it's okay.
I'm trying to get your dating profile up. So
I love it.
retirement is a concept,
Sure.
right? So whether you want every day to be Saturday, which could be kind of sort of expensive, unless you want to, live your retirement life 6 months on someone's cruise,
Right.
unless you want to go to Italy, like I plan on being in the Amalfi Coast, eating pasta all day. It's a concept similar to one's IRA,
Right.
or their belief on how they think they should structure their portfolios. So if mathematically it's telling you you got to go back to work,
It is what it is.
you got to go back to work. You don't have to. You truly don't. But at that age, I don't think your mother's around to go hang out in the basement.
There's always an option to be a squatter.
You could always you can always be a squatter.
Don't do that.
You know what's
Don't be a
crazy?
squatter.
You are someone's landlord, and you're advocating squatting.
No, I'm just messing around. Don't be a squatter.
No.
Like I said,
You
do
can
not
squat
be
it.
a squatter. It's
Squat it
not
on his
cool. It's
property.
not the right thing to do.
It's not the right thing. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Sometimes
So
it's like Batman, you know. Sometimes you got to be a little bad to get good results.
vigilante. So we have squatting and vigilantes. If you got to do what you got to do until you afford yourself to do what you want to do.
I think the first step is like what we spoke about before, just like holding self accountable, really like dissecting everything it is that you need.
Self-talk.
100%.
Self-talk. You have to be honest.
Yeah.
Don't
And
lie
be
to
realistic, right? You have some people that like, yeah, you know, I'll be all right. I'm my expense is only $3,000 a month, and then when you start to open up that bank book, you find out
And so
a lot
another
more.
thing we talked about margin, right? Just because your expenses are $3,000 a month aggregate on average, if you did not prepare for the unforeseeable
right.
or the unexpected, your expenses are no longer $3,000 a month.
Definitely not.
Right. So when we talked about healthcare, that's very important for older individuals because obviously the closer you are to morbidity,
For sure.
things get a lot shakier. So sure, you may, if you're fortunate enough, pay down your house at 65 years old. You got a mortgage when you were 30. Cool. That mortgage is probably the mortgage payment that you were used to paying.
That's fixed.
It's probably going to transfer over to your medical expenses.
Yeah. And people always think like, you know, we see this all the time. People say, as long as I can make, let's say $5,000 a month, I'm okay. Right. And they're young. But look at from 2020 to now, just the cost of food.
Exponential growth.
Right. Everything happened. So that $5,000 now, the purchase power, buying power, be way less 10, 15 years from now. Would you agree?
I mean, gas once upon a time was like what, $2?
Less than that, yeah.
You know? So yes, everything fluctuates. It's all relative. So you have to be amiable, right? Bruce Lee said, "Be like water. Water takes the shape of everything." You can't be so rigid thinking. You kind of have to be open-minded
For sure.
to the revolution of the earth. It's unfortunate.
In what way?
Hey, we got a lot to think about, right? Like, I just want to be able to, you know, I know you're a Bay guy, but I just want to be on the beach with sand between my toes, looking up at the sky.
Nah, more nature. I think,
I mean,
Lake,
it's
rivers.
still nature.
yeah, but it's different. It's messy.
So you want to hear like crickets and stuff? You don't want to hear the ocean?
Nah, I think the ocean's cool. Don't get me wrong, the ocean is beautiful.
How dare you say the ocean is cool?
It's cool. It's nice.
How dare you
The
say
fact that you could look at an ocean and just think that you want to stay there for the rest of your life with sand between your toes, and now you have to walk in the house and have this weird feeling between your
that
toes.
sounds like
It's
a great
weird.
problem to have.
It's weird. Go down a river, nice, cool, see some fish, nature, trees. You're not seeing oceans or even like a hurricane coming your way. You can just chill there. Nice woodsy.
hurricane.
I'm just saying,
This is
hurricanes happen. Hurricanes kill people.
sort of tornadoes.
Rivers are nice. Lakes, you can chill, you can fish on
Are
lake.
you upriver or downriver? Because moose pee in the river all the time.
Yes, they do. But what does that have to do with anything?
I'm just saying. The ocean is like cleansing.
If it's a nice ocean.
There's no such thing. Don't you
Have you been
discriminate
to
on
the
the
New
ocean?
York?
Don't
We
discriminate
grew up
on the
in New
ocean.
York. When you go into New York water, you don't know if when you jump in, if you're gonna pop out with a plastic bag over your head.
Andy, that's because you're from Brooklyn. And you went to Coney Island. It's
I
okay.
did a couple of times, and I survived it.
Well, it's like essentially with the atomic waste.
There's no nice beaches in New York.
Three-eyed fish. Jones Beach is a great beach.
No,
You don't like Jones Beach?
Jones Beach is not a great beach. It's
How dare
it's
you
great.
talk about Jones Beach?
Jones Beach is like you having, let's say you've never had a New York slice, and you maybe had pizza, maybe
Wow. Like Jersey pizza.
Pennsylvania.
It's like Jersey pizza.
Yeah. And you're like right there. It's not a New York slice. There's no way you can tell me that Jones
This is
Beach.
like a stray segment. You're just shitting
just-
at everyone's neighborhood. Jersey has
It
bad
is what it
pizza.
is.
Jones
Jersey's a
Beach
beautiful
sucks.
place. Jones Beach is a nice place, but the beach.
If you want to learn to be fiscally focused, click the link below and follow us.